There are those that would tell you that a certain group of people out there are this or that, doing anything and everything that they can to try to smear them, to try to make them out to be the bad guys, to make them seem like that they're this evil, organized group of hate. And it is so absurd. These people, they just do not stop. They don't look to stop. All they do is look to add misery and misery and misery to this world because they themselves within just cannot cope with others having a different viewpoint. And it is such an extraordinary level of bullshit that has gone on for far too long at this point, to where this hit piece of an article that is linked on this tweet here is just next level bullshit that you think they cannot top themselves, but they manage to each and every single time. Now, in this little clip here, they feature a known YouTuber, Ryan from RK Outpost, try to make it seem as though he was radicalized and as he was pulled into some deep rabbit hole of racism and all of this, and it's just absolutely absurd what these people will try to tell you about anyone that they do not agree with. I've been an avid supporter of Geeks and Gamers for over 2 years now, and the lies upon lies upon lies have just continued to stack up time and time again, that you just can't help but stand up for them each and every time, that you cannot help but get behind them every step of the way because you realize what is happening to the world around you and that it's just filled with total crap. And it just never seems to stop. Man, how we can so easily throw around certain words, so easily label someone as this or that without any real consequence or real understanding of what those words mean or what they've meant throughout history. Just throw them around like they are nothing, which, quite honestly, is very disrespectful to those who have been through true harsh times in this country, who have actually dealt with the true heinous side of our known existence. And yet we don't realize how good we have it today. There can always be change here and there, of course. Society is always going to have its bad people in any known group. We know this. This is a fact. But what we must do for ourselves is just continue to try to be better people, try to be better to others, and just do what we can to naturally, organically progress and just do the right thing no matter what. It's not about taking people out of an equation to include others. Inclusivity through exclusivity is what these people are about. They're not looking to have people come together to work together. They're about replacing others that are already there. They're about taking them out of the picture, even though they've done no wrong, but because of sins of the past is why people of today have to suffer. And that we just have to force in anyone and everyone else that we see fit. But those other people, forget about them. They mean nothing anymore simply because they have a certain skin color. It's quite fascinating how we have flipped things and created this newfound form of this evil of the past to fit our own ways because we say it's okay and it's just, oh, it's fine. We can just do whatever we want. We can label someone however they want simply because they don't like a movie, they don't like a character, blah, 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 blah. We've heard it all before. It is absolute nonsense. For the most part, I say society has gone on just fine over the last several years prior before all this other nonsense in terms of sharing of opinions or this or that, or just being able to make a simple joke. And it's quite disgusting. And the geeks and gamers of the world, the small corner of the internet where people have learned to come together and to be able to share a difference of opinion and get along just fine. One of the most diverse teams of people out there, and they will let you know that time and time again. And them, amongst other YouTubers that they've worked with over this course of time, have come together and managed to raise thousands upon thousands of dollars for various charities, and yet these people are the bad ones. These people will get on streams together. They'll jump down each other's throats. They'll have fun with each other. They'll joke around. They'll just be normal people. They'll have fun. They can come to a common ground and still be friends. Doesn't matter if we don't agree on this character, that movie. At the end of the day, we're still people. But for some, apparently, it's just about, no, I don't like what you have to say. I don't like the way you look. Therefore, screw you. You mean nothing. And that's where the bullshit just really starts to grow. And it's just, it is just so funny just how these people's brains operate. And it's just, it's very much unbelievable. The Gina Carano's out there. We know that was the last straw for many people. And as you can see, a strong woman such as that, they look to get rid of simply because she said it. She said something on the tweet I didn't quite like, or just didn't quite understand, or whatever. And it's just all of a sudden, nah, she doesn't deserve to get paid anymore. She doesn't deserve a job. She deserves to just be thrown out onto the street with nothing. It doesn't matter because we simply didn't like her opinion. Where does it end with you people? I don't understand it. As a man myself, as someone who is black and white mixed together, someone who grew up with a black father and a white mother, grew up on both sides of the aisle. You know, my parents would joke about each other back and forth, making jokes about one another, and like I said, they got along just fine. I grew, like I said, my father was very black, my mom was very white. I grew up on both sides of the aisle. Okay, I don't fit into one category or the other. I don't look at myself. I see myself as black. I don't see myself as white. I'm just me. That's all it is. And guess what? I can get along with myself and not have to think like, oh yeah, one side of me simply I'm ashamed of. Doesn't mean anything. You know, I'm just like, how dare I share the same blood of a certain race or whatever. No, I don't think that way. No, because I am a normal person who thinks reasonably and logically. And yeah, this stuff just simply does not matter to me. So at the end of the day, I'll always support these guys. Geeks and Gamers is what it's about. All right, currently about to raise more money for suicide prevention with Zack Snyder over on the channel Uche Waneri. They're doing good things over there, and because fans are uniting, you know, not even those who are just fans of the Snyderverse, you know, or Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, doesn't matter. It's just, that's a win for fans all around, because we are having people like a Zack Snyder who are listening to fans and who care about fans, who don't look at them as just some tool to make money and hate on them while they're doing it. No, they're doing this because, well, they love what they do. And when coming together can do a lot of good in the world, and that's what it's about. Okay, you can have a problem with that if you want to. That's fine, but that just makes you the piece of shit and not them. End of story. That's where I stand. I am Iron Raiden. I am out, and I will see you next time.